This is ETF2L Season 13, Premiership division between Clan and Epsilon. We are just about ready to go live here on Snakewater. It's going to be Snakewater followed by Process. If you are new to European Team Fortress 2 League, I nearly always say European Team Fortress Classic League. Anyway, I still say it to this day. Anyway, we are live, so this is VanillaTV with KnOxXx, Beta, and Huhy tonight. Clan versus Epsilon, ETF2L Season 13, Premiership Division powered by tviq Sports, with KnOxXx running you to middle.
Right, well, just going to keep an eye on Retshock as he does make his way into the midpoint now, exchanging stickies with numlocked there. He's already down to half health. And soldiers have jumped in now. Retshock pushing up with his combo. Oh, battle up top. One of the soldiers going down early. Here goes down and numlocked. Retshock pushing forward, taking down Schocky in exchange for minimoose. But it looks like Clan, their mids are definitely strong and they are coming out on top in this one. Pushing now, Retshock taking down KnOxXx and Mike as well. So only wltrs remaining and he gets taken down, and that was possibly a very quick wipe. I know all the players did die.
It was a wipe, it was a wipe, mate. It was a wipe, and what a first round by Retshock. I mean, Huhy, I hope you got that on camera because I think he got about like 5. I want to see the stats of just that first round. Retshock, you can just frame that, mate, and you never have to play again. You'll be a hero forever. But they're on the offensive now, and of course with that Uber ready to rock and roll, courtesy of Admirable, Epsilon will be going full out defense, running that heavy back left as well. Mike sitting there as well, just sitting there. No, they always seem to favour this position. They sometimes put the heavy in the back left corner, but here comes Clan trying to put loads of pressure onto the heavy already. Retshock has missed about 3 stickies. That's not a good sort of like second aggressive play by Retshock. Heavy still in the corner. Heavy is still up. He's finally taken care of, but there's no time on point at the Clan at the moment, and it's going to be sort of a failed push really. And Epsilon keeping their medic up as well, but who's this soldier coming flying in? It was Ips. He gets taken down. So 2 players down for CC, and now they found themselves under attack from Epsilon.
I really didn't get that push. They came in with pretty much the medic and the demo man there. When they knew they had an Uber against no Uber, they should have pretty much just got their entire team in on the point. And hold that thought at the moment, because it looks like the medic of Admirable might go down here. Soldier is chasing him. Admirable very weak. Does manage to fall back to the point, and actually Gear gets taken down in the process, so great move there by Admirable, but he's still got this sniper of wltrs to deal with. He's actually going to be caught out of position if Clan do decide to push this, but no, he does take down minimoose just over on that ramp there, and he is peeking for another shot. Does see a scout, gets a nice little body shot on him, and tviq does go in to try and put some pressure down on wltrs, but he gets taken down after a soldier came and backed them up. So that's 2 players down for Clan already, and Epsilon trying to push forward, but Clan do have their Uber and have just popped it just to make sure that Epsilon get back, but you still have Schocky inside the point causing all kinds of trouble. Retshock gets taken down, and oh, wltrs still on with that sniper, still just chipping away the damage with those body shots and, well, hoping to get a heady on the med.
If Epsilon come in here, Clan are going to find very hard to hold on to this. They didn't have their damage dealers, but this delay, again, has just meant that Clan have got some more reinforcements there. They did lose Retshock, and now they've lost Ipis, so definitely Epsilon are coming in now. I imagine Clan will have to give it up relatively easy as well. Uber at 60% for Admirable. KnOxXx already has his, and they're coming through that left-hand side entrance by the big med pack already. Capping out mid in the background, I imagine that's the soldier. It was actually a soldier and a scout come to finish it off as well. So Clan falling all the way back up to that sort of upper area, the battlements area, and they have Ubered. Epsilon have Ubered straight into Clan. Counter Uber comes in. I'm not really sure has an advantage, and it is definitely Clan that have the advantage, but they've lost Retshock and Ipis. Gear is the only cost for Epsilon, so that is a good trade, 2-for-1 trade, and they're going to take that second point, KnOxXx.
Yeah, they've still got that sniper, so one less sort of main damage dealer, but he can pick off players. But now Epsilon moving in onto this last point. Soldier does jump up with minimoose to try and pressure the medic and demo. He's indecisive on which one to go for and doesn't manage to take down either of them. Now we only have Retshock, but he's got pressure on him from a scout. He's surely going to get taken down here. Demo versus demo at the moment. No one's finished him off. wltrs coming in with the auto rifle for the sniper, and Epsilon taking this first round, taking it the hard way.
Yeah. 1-0 the score from your last CP to the FCP. One big old push, make it 1-0. 4.5 minute round, relatively slow for this particularly fast map Snakewater is. So coming up to round 2, let's follow wltrs onto this point this time. So let's see the scout route he takes. So he goes onto the left, just gonna go up to the upper edge. Seems to always be a lot of scout battles up top. RedShock was sitting back on the left corner last round, and he is doing the same again. He takes down Schocky, who went aggressive after him. One of the soldiers comes flying into the air forwards. That's a massive meat shot on him. And Epsilon is still losing players. They're still losing, but look at the help for the Crack Clan players.
Wow.
Admirable, Ipis, minimoose, and tviq all in the red. And it's only tviq that's managed to pick up a med pack. So Epsilon giving up that point, probably because they lost numlocked in gear. But if they'd stayed in slightly longer, they may have just won it, Arcs.
Exactly, but the enemy team doesn't know the health of the players, and actually as a medic, that's exactly what you want to do. Think StarCraft Micro, get all your units low, but keep them alive so they can keep on dealing some damage out there. And that's exactly what Admirable did manage to do, keep his players alive, and they had all 6
Gears
alive,
4.
and now Gears, yep, Gear overextended there, pushing out. And that's not going to leave them an option to jump a soldier out and try and force this Uber. They are going to have to rely on possibly the sniper of wltrs, who's just respawned. But teams tend to Uber through this door reasonably early, and so we'll have to see if they're actually going to be able to catch anyone off guard. However, Epsilon do have their Uber charge at the moment, but no, in comes Crack Clan, use their Uber. They've lost 50% of their Uber before Epsilon did pop theirs, and so now they are falling back. Excellent air shot from Mike on the retreating soldier. And actually, it does look like Ips nearly getting caught off guard as well. And actually, same for smzi there. But Crack Clan have just pulled out, and, well, they're going for the recycle.
Yeah, another defensive play by Epsilon. Crack Clan back on that forward point on that train area. Just going to try and rebuild, as I said, just recycling Ipis now at about just helping build it at 60% and building relatively fast, in fact. KnOxXx only about 50%. If they timed this very well, they would have about a 20% advantage. Whether they know that is a different story. So this is about time they want to be going up to that main front door area, but so I guess they're not going to do that. They're just going to wait. As we see now, them just start to move up. Battlements, they just don't want to commit right now. Gear still running. Sorry, Gear went sniper and went back to soldier. It was actually wltrs sniper went down. It changed on my screen. Apologies. Will that prompt the push? RedShot looking like he wants to come around left, dodging a whole load of rockets. So that disadvantage, a whole load of rockets, that's going to allow Crack Clan to get in through the spam. Epsilon opting to push straight at them. Both Uber has been popped. The respawn wave has come in as well, so wltrs is now back up as well, so Epsilon have an extra player there. Time on point, there is time on point. Epsilon coming to block as well, so Epsilon still holding on for this. It's only going to be minimoose and Admirable still there. tviq and smzi still there as well. smzi is taken down, so Crack Clan's still not giving it up as well. minimoose has come onto the point. Epsilon still wanting to try and come and block. It's going to be wltrs, a sniper coming in with his machine gun, manages to take him down. Admirable goes down as well, so now Epsilon have a chance to push out, and look at that Uber percentage for KnOxXx at 70% as ready. Let's just see if RedShock has something to say about them pushing out.
Yeah, that last fight just lasted forever. It was constant deathmatch, almost like all of the players were missing their shots or something, but you could call it great healing by the medics. But ultimately, yeah, KnOxXx did manage to stay alive, and he was out there in the fight the whole time. No one really sensing any urgency to take him down as when Admirable went down, which I would have thought would have probably been their priority at that point. And we are surely going to expect Epsilon to push on this. Obviously, they've got to watch out for the backup. Uber has been popped, and that could be costly because there wasn't really much pressure there, and they're never going to get the medic because he's just not in a position to get taken down right now. And Crack Clan actually looking to push back in. They do have the scout of tviq chasing the medic. Medic goes down of KnOxXx, and this could be Crack Clan's round here. One soldier going out to try and put some pressure over onto the medic, and there is a scout fighting on the lower entrance of wltrs, who has managed to take down 2 players, and actually he might clean up this other one with the help of Schocky there. And wow, Epsilon somehow, just with two scouts and a soldier, managing to claim this second point.
Yeah, unlucky for Crack Clan there. Admirable doing his best to dodge. Poor dodging, Admirable. You cost your team the round. That'll be my one dig at you for the whole match. But Epsilon looking like they want to come out to mid as well. Now comes the respawn, so Admirable is now only up. What's the advantage? The advantage is going to be 30%, and KnOxXx building very fast, just healing up those weaker players. One thing is, tviq is running sniper arc, so tviq is running sniper. Let's just stay with him as he tries to come through that big med pack area. He has been called. He has been called. He's going to switch it back up to the window area, I imagine, see if he can get a shot from just the plank. No, he's just doing everything that he can to make sure I'm saying this wrong stuff here.
Yeah, so the interesting thing was it was wltrs who, let's say, drew first blood with a sniper. Just going sniper first, and I would have thought Epsilon would have preferred the scout fights, but now tviq running sniper, always a threat. very, very talented sniper, and I think Epsilon, they're not looking forward to pushing this. They're just taking their time at the moment. And I think, to be honest, this is an opportunity for Crackland. They should really be the team that is going to initiate this fight. But, well, not going for it at the moment.
Yeah, a bit of a stalemate actually. We don't usually see this in Snakewater a lot of the time. Epsilon welcoming the push from Crackland, and I guess they want to do it. Ipis is actually at the window, just trying to see where the scouts, and tviq is taken down. So will that pump a push, and it looks like it has. numlockd's come right up to that choke point, trying to destroy their stickies, and they has managed to get through. Soldier has come round on the left hand side as well. Uber has been popped from Crackland. Counter Uber comes in straight away, so no one will have the advantage. Let's just see if numlockd's managed to block anyone here. Soldier, it does look like he's going to get caught. Manages to escape, but it has allowed the Soldier of Gear and numlocked to get in. Gear does get taken down. Epsilon have to be careful here that Crackland don't try and rush behind. They still do have the scout of Schocky, who's very weak on the right hand side. No one from Crackland looking at him right now.
Takes down
Admirable is down. I missed that, Arx.
Scout just up on the ramp, deathmatching him, jumping around several players, and numlocked, I'm surprised he's managed to stay alive for so long. He had so much pressure put on him, and smzi does come in, take down wltrs and numlocked by the looks of things with a single shot there. And the back cap is on at the moment. We do have tviq sitting on that back cap. He is getting some time on it. Soldiers from both sides did completely sandwich him with rockets there, but he did buy a bit of time. Just so that his team, they're at least going to get the forward respawns on this mid. But actually, Soldier of Ips jumping in to try and get the medic, nearly takes off KnOxXx. Only had about two health or something ridiculous there, and but does manage to survive. And I'm wondering if they are going to contest this. No, they are just going to sit back on their second point and hopefully rely on a headshot from tviq.
Which he does get onto Mike, in fact. Mike fell back. Nox has his Uber ready to go, as well as smzi's trying to put on some pressure. Has called it straight away, and CC opting to defend from the balance, and Nox is taken down by tviq. Great shots, and there goes that Uber advantage, and in fact Nox acknowledges that with wow, was not expecting that, and now Epsilon trying their best to get down players, and numlockd's managed to take down Admirable. Yet he did take him down, so the advantage is back in probably Epsilon favour. They do have better map positioning, and there's 2 scouts on last. This is going to be an Epsilon round. It's a wipe for CC, and it's 2-0 the score with about 18 minutes remaining.
Yeah, once Epsilon get that get into the attacking mode, they hardly ever fail a push, and I mean a push out from their last, a push out to the midpoint, a push onto the fourth, or onto the last point. They just seem to never fall back, and I think the key is that Crackland need to win these initial mids and then carry that momentum forward and win that actual round. But it's not happening to them for so far. It's 2-0 the score, round 3, and we're on the mid fight underway. Mike's pushed very far forward, and numlocked putting some pressure over as well. But Gear does get taken down. However, a lot of the Crackland players are weak now. 4 of them in the red. They're just going to get picked off one by one if they don't clean up the scouts. They have managed to clean up some of them, but now they're fighting against KnOxXx. tviq over onto KnOxXx, dealing a bit of damage, but he's getting weak as well. This could be a medic frag. He might get forced to go for the health pack. No, he does manage to eventually take him down. And, well, there's just Schocky alive, and he's a respawner, so it looks like he is going to come in and try and contest this against a scout and a soldier. But does take a big rocket, and he's going to have to retreat here, surely.
He didn't go down, mate. He didn't go down, he just went round behind. This is why you see this respawns from Crackland coming in right now. He does take down smzi. So that was a one-on-one there. He's still just floating around behind by that spawn point. You see now the Crackland spawns are coming in. Schocky's just delaying as much as he can almost. What has that allowed? Well, KnOxXx has his Uber about 30%. Admirable at 50% already and still ticking over. wltrs running sniper. Where is wltrs sitting? He is actually sitting in the exact same spot where tviq was sitting about a few minutes ago. Just waiting to see if anyone comes through that choke point. He's just starting to peek around as well. Now opting to switch back because it has been called already. Not sure if they have seen the sniper though. Now they definitely have. minimoose is taken down. Gear is taken down as well by Retshock, so he slightly overextended. There is a soldier onto the sniper. It's taken care of by Mike. So Epsilon putting up a good defense to this at the moment. CC losing 2 players, and Uber has been popped by Admirable. He needs to use it, and KnOxXx has yet to use these arcs.
Yeah, this is going to go horribly for them. 3 of their players are just trapped. We do have a demo man of Retshock somewhere in behind them, I do believe, and I think that he's going to be in a bit of trouble here. But Epsilon not pushing out with this. Obviously, with no scouts alive, it's going to be a while before they cap this. And I mean, 3 of the players for CC are going to get this forward spawn. But I don't know if they're going to be in any sort of position to defend this.
No, I imagine they'd have to give them it quite easily on mid. That is Ipis running spy, by the way. Just see where he decides to go. He's going straight around behind them, disguises his enemy soldier. Surely someone's clocked this. It has been clocked. No, it hasn't been clocked. He got shot, and then no one. Ipis takes down Waters, and someone shot him, and then just left him, and I think he got healed.
He didn't flinch when the scouts started shooting him, and yes, you're right, the medic of KnOxXx did start healing him, and he realised he couldn't turn around and go for the medic. It was too obvious, so he might as well get a kill before he gets taken out. numlocked jumping over aggressively onto tviq there. Takes him down, and actually Epsilon pushing through the side on the flank with just a soldier and a medic, but they've got their Uber. Demoman of Red Shock's going down, and now they've joined up with numlocked. Counter Uber has been popped, but Epsilon are meanwhile in the background taking that fourth capture point. And KnOxXx, are they going to try and push it out with this? I know they don't have an Uber, but they're finding themselves in a bit of trouble here on the last. Just trying to pick off players as much as they can. Schocky, they're causing all kinds of havoc. And Epsilon have gained a lot of ground into this point. KnOxXx could be in trouble here. minimoose does go down. Medic's being chased by a soldier as well. Mike does take him down very weak, and Epsilon surely going to come out on top, but no, Red Shock does manage to take down numlocked there, and actually we do have tviq still fighting against the really weak Waters. Both of these scouts are really weak. Soldiers also come in, but another soldier has come in, and Ips does take down Gear, and we might get a moment of silence until, well, Schocky's probably also going to come in.
Brief white from Epsilon there. Loads of one-on-one battles going on. We had the scouts fighting against. No, we had the demo man fighting against each other. Then we had the scouts fighting against each other. And then, just as you thought it was all over, the soldiers decided to come and join the party. And in fact, CC coming out on top, only just, but Epsilon in a great position. After all that action, I would be very surprised if either team has remembered who has the Uber advantage. So this push here could be quite interesting. Epsilon just seem to be playing a little bit more aggressively though, and they have reclaimed that lobby area. Running sniper still, so wltrs takes a couple of stickies. He is running sniper, so that will force KnOxXx into a defensive position, especially for Admirable, just sitting behind the boxes towards the back right corner. 90% now for KnOxXx. Admirable's roughly the same. tviq running counter sniper as well. I'm just trying to see where smzi is sitting. I would have thought maybe he'll just try and go out as they push in, just to see if he can send some people behind. But another stalemate, and here comes the soldier. So soldier coming on from the right hand side. It has been called. The rest of the Epsilon team now filtering in. It is Gear. He's managed to lock two players in the spawn. It's the soldier and scout in the spawn. Uber has been popped by Admirable, and Epsilon are falling back arcs to push in the other side.
Yeah, that's it. They are coming in through the other door, and KnOxXx players out of position. One soldier's going to get immediately isolated. Does get juggled up in the air and then air shot by Mike. But actually, because they've kept their scout and soldier alive, soldier actually getting a bit weak here. But they might clean up these players now, but they've still got numlocked. Oh no, there's too many soldiers sitting on the point. Just Admirable there going in for the Uber, so doesn't manage to get it, and Red Shock too late to that party. 3-0 the score in Epsilon's favour.
Yeah, so if you happen to join us, this is VanillaTV with Arx, Peter and Huhy tonight. Unfortunately, it's only going to be stream only tonight because we've had some problems setting up our relays, but you haven't missed any of the action. 3-0 the score on Snakewater process still to come as well. 12 minutes remaining. Just saw Mike do some great combo play with KnOxXx there as well, so just finishing off with quite a few of the KnOxXx players, and this is going to be round 4 now. Let's just see how
super aggressive
Epsilon play, and yeah, KnOxXx have gone super aggressive. They have gone all out. They've filtered all the way across, and it's not worked for them, I'm afraid. They've lost a lot of their damage dealers. Gear might go taken down here as well, so hold that thought. They might be able to recover this, but they are eventually forced out of the point. With Waters chasing, Red Shock and smzi's taken down, Admirable taken down as well. It's only tviq who's actually just got the spawn, so that was a very brief right.
Yeah, this is the thing, that KnOxXx strategy, the super aggression mode, very effective strategy against, say, a team like Deserto, but against Epsilon, no, the way that Epsilon tend to play is almost like a rotor on mid. It's Demo Man goes forward, other players stay back. When the Demo Man's dealt his damage, the soldiers jump aggressively. And then when they come back, you've got scouts and demo men coming in. And that means that there's always players playing quite passively, anticipating the jumping soldiers or the jumping demo man, and they just absolutely crushed them. And to be honest, I was watching that from a bird's eye view, and that was such a scary push from KnOxXx. I just felt that any other team in the Premiership division would have been absolutely crushed. It was well executed, but yeah, not Epsilon.
I think we have a pause.
looks
Unless
like it,
our
yep.
source TV has gone down. We didn't really want any pauses tonight, considering that we're running late already. But so let's just have a look at the score 3-0, just as we approach that 10-minute warning. Again, so apologies about no source TV tonight. It's the only option we had. It was either you get a stream or you get nothing at all. As you probably heard my phone switch on.
Be professionals. Turn your phone on silent. But no, shout out to all the guys on Twitch TV chat. I am, obviously there's a pause, so I cannot tab out the game. So just thought I'd say hi to you guys as I type it as well. But yep, it's been a good game so far, but Epsilon's still edging it on Snakewater, but we still have Process to go after this, which is a map some of you might not have seen. And actually, it is quite a good map. It plays pretty well.
Yeah, I like Process actually. I think it's a good game, and plus whenever I play Soldier on it, the rollout is particularly quite easy, so I'm not left behind.
Yeah, apart from that little lag moment, there's one sort of ledge that as you come out into the second point, when you fall down the ledge, everyone just lags.
Oh really?
It's, yeah, it's really weird. I noticed it, and I noticed that our medic was also complaining about it.
Oh, we're back.
Yep.
We are back. So with rejoining Atom tviq takes down gear. Unfortunately, we are going to have the hard reload scheme bug where everyone is floating, ice skating around, which makes TF2 even more fun. But trust me, you are not watching a game from the 80s where the characters can only move in one direction, or 2D movement up and down. That's about it. But Admirable has just been taken down, believe it or not. It's very hard to keep track of stuff at the moment. Sorry, it wasn't Admirable, I believe it was KnOxXx that got taken down, sorry, because I've lost track of stuff. KnOxXx is securing that middle, looking like they're in the ascendancy. In fact, a lot of the Epsilon players down at the moment, 4 down for Epsilon, and one of them has quite a long respawn, so 16 seconds at the moment. That's in fact a brief wipe almost.
Medic got taken down getting the forward spawn, I do believe. The door, Nox complaining about it in the chat, he did get the forward spawn, he said he didn't move and the door opened. But that might have been because another player had spawned there at the same time as him and then changed spawn or something. But either way, with that medic down, and numlocked also down very early. KnOxXx making this push into the point. They don't yet have their Uber, but this is a very, very effective push from them because they're just about to get it. Gonna surely just pop it for the hell of it, but no, actually holding on to it still for almost no reason. But KnOxXx coming out with their first point of this match.
Yep, so 3-1 the score. Coming to the later stages of this first match. This is VanillaTV with Arx and Beta and Huhy on the stream tonight. This is ETF2L Premiership Division Season 13 powered by TT Esports. 5th round coming at you. Let's just see how KnOxXx play this one. Obviously slightly more defensive this time, not going for that all out. And in fact it looks like Epsilon are going more aggressive. Both soldiers up top, Scout as well is there as well, but numlocked and Gear getting taken down. A number of the Epsilon players are quite weak as well, managing to only just get the heals. They look like they've gotten better map positioning, and KnOxXx are going to fall out with only Retshock and smzi there, and I don't even know where smzi is. I think he's just rejoined them now, in fact, and this is not a good position. Nox has his Uber ready to go. They've fallen all the way back to those battlements already. Again, Epsilon just all out aggression arcs as they come through and get that middle point.
Well, that's it, they've taken the 4th point already, just with pressure, and Ads actually might find himself in trouble, very, very weak there, just manages to escape and jumps around the door just in case a soldier had jumped to chase him. But yeah, Epsilon, they just press, they just know the timings of the game so well. They just thought, if we push this now, leave one player on mid, then we can get in, capture that, and we'll still have a 3 against 4 with our Uber charge in a battle. So they just left the scouts to cap that 4th point, and KnOxXx now find themselves on their last when, I mean, they had 3 or 4 players falling out of mid.
Yeah, just some discussions between the players about possible DDoS attacks at the moment, and I think we might be switching server, which is unfortunate, really, because it means that we're going to have another slight delay on this with the second map to come as well.
The control point is being contested.
Yep, so that does also mean that we're going to have to get a new source TV, or where they just I'm not entirely sure what's going on, but it looks like they are carrying on.
I
No,
don't
maybe
really
not.
know. I don't really know. Oh no, maybe they're just saying let's go. I have no idea what's going on really. I think CC are actually they're gonna say they want to switch. I think I know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
I think CC are gonna say they want to switch, and that's why they've just given them that point.
Yeah, not
I don't really know.
entirely sure.
I have no idea what's going on right now. So bear with us. I'm not sure if people are playing seriously or what. Okay, I don't think they're playing seriously. Numlocked has definitely not done his rollout. So
No.
right,
Yeah, got
they're going to be switching server. I'm going to find out what's going on. Bear with us, we are just waiting on the source TV to be set up.
Do 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 do. Sorry for the delay, guys. We are just waiting on the Source TV info. If you've just joined us, we're just waiting for the players to change server.
There was a second we're being told their source TV is full.
Rock your body, mic check 1, 2.
Say what do. Do some beatboxing, Keith, while we wait.
One, two. Ugh.
No, let me have a go, let me have a go, let me have a go. Let me have a go. Hold on. No, I wasn't playing that through YouTube. What did it sound like?
Weird.
Yeah, I thought so. I'm just reconnected to the Source TV, by the way.
I'll tell you what, I'll add a beat, you do some freestyle gangster rap.
Nah, nah.
Drop it like it's hot, Beta. Drop it like it's hot.
Not right now.
Oh.
I am on the relay. Okay, so I think we have a relay set up as well.
Right, so they're resetting everything to how it was.
We are now back on the server and they are just setting it how everything was. 3-1 the score in favour of Epsilon, and I think it was 7.5 minutes remaining.
Yeah.
And Epsilon, no, CC have the middle point, I think that's correct.
No,
Epsilon
actually,
have, yeah, Epsilon
I think
have
Epsilon have got it. And CC, they're both going to get their Ubers up. I wish they could just cap 3 rounds and then CC cap 1 just to stop everything from being less confusing.
Uncontested, obviously.
Yeah, of course. It looks like we're going live, but obviously
So
they've just got to set everything up.
Back live, this is VanillaTV with KnOxXx and Beta. Huhy doing the streaming tonight for you. Crackclan vs Epsilon Premiership Division ETF2L Season 13 powered by TT Esports. If you have just rejoined us, this was just after a change of server, unfortunately, due to some unfortunate DDoS attacks. So, score is actually, this is the first map, and the score is 3-1 in favour of Epsilon, with them now approaching the Crackclan second point.
Alert.
Yeah, I'm just wondering about the time limit, if they are changing or if they have changed it. Because Well,
They
I'm
have
not sure if
changed
our
it already.
scoreboard.
They have changed it
Okay.
already because 8 minutes remaining. So they've actually given them the second point as well with both teams on Uber. So let's just see how it goes here, Arts.
That's weird. My scoreboard's showing 29 minutes.
Oh, did you change source? Oh, whatever. I don't know. Whatever.
Oh well, we shall see.
Right. So they're just discussing what's going on at the moment. They're waiting for 7 minutes and 30 seconds to do anything before they do anything. But let's see how Epsilon approach this, because this will be the first time we've seen probably both teams have Uber on this last push. It's been a bit disjointed as such, really. Crackdown probably 3-1 score. A little bit closer than you would say than the score suggests, Sarks.
Yeah, but I think Crackland, if this was football, they would have had most of the possession, but Epsilon just counter-attacking football here if you must. They get pushed back to their last and then they just control it from then on and go all the way to the end and score. So it'll be interesting to see if that momentum's been interrupted. wltrs there gets taken down by tviq as the first frag since the restart. And we do have Retshock also putting a bit of pressure on, but there is a sticky trap through that door which no one's seen. Retshock sensibly puts a sticky there just to blow the stickies off onto the floor. So now we're going to have to see what Epsilon are going to do. They are choosing to wait for that additional player to come back, but they have been pressured back a little bit. I'm just wondering if they are going to turn on the heat. Numlocked there looking like he wanted to jump forward.
wltrs the spy.
wltrs took a sticky there, and that forces Uber and Admirable counter Uber here, so we'll just have to see about that spy, but I'll let Beta keep an eye on that as I follow the combos out there. We do have Schocky dancing around, making the soldiers fire a lot of rockets there, and Admirable gets taken down. Minimoose was his guardian soldier, he gets taken down, and also Ips. So they're only going to be left with 3 players. Spy is sitting over on the point. One scout comes back to try and do what he can, but Epsilon are going to come out on top, and the score 4-1, despite the scoreboard saying 1-0.
Yeah, 4-1 the score. wltrs the spy did nothing, so apologies for that and interrupting you. 6 minutes left on this map. Crackland now looking like they're going to lose this one, unfortunately. It's still possible. We see usually some minute rounds in this, minute and a half rounds in Snakewater. Let's just see how Retshock tackles this one as they come back to this, what is it, 4-1, a 6-round mid. I had to do some adding up very quickly then. Retshock has actually been allowed free roam onto that middle area. He's taking down numlocked with a nice pipe into him. Scouts coming behind it. Admirable is not taking care of him. And Admirable is down, so Epsilon now pushing all their players forward because they know that Crackdown are not getting the hills. smzi, Retshock are both very weak. Retshock goes down as well. Crackdown have to be careful here. They need to keep a couple players alive or they're going to get rolled on this second point as well. But smzi's not giving up on it. He's pushed Mike back. They're saying sod that. It's going to be Mike versus minimoose. minimoose very, very weak. Surely Mike needs to hit with one of those shotgun shots eventually, and he's going to go for the jumping blast. And he does manage to get him, and it was a brief wipe there for Crackland.
Yeah, they didn't get much time on that mid though during all of that action. It was kind of smart for CC to try and get that Uber forced out, because had they forced it then, Admirable would have had a good 20% advantage or so, just because he'd been alive for so long. But it does mean that their players are only just getting there. Now Retshock takes huge hits and his medic's now focusing on him. Numlocked is pushing underneath with his medic, not underneath actually. They are going to get a perfect flank on them there. Admirable taking 2 stickies, gets annihilated, and Uber has been popped from Nox on Numlocked there, and the 2 scouts again capping over onto his point. minimoose trying his best to stop them, but he does get taken down, and only 3 players alive for them at the moment. Retshock also taken down. Numlocked going in for the bottle over on smzi. smzi does also get taken down, and we've got tviq, who's not got enough bullets to even kill this entire Epsilon force that is coming over onto the point, and that is going to make the score 5-1 in favour of Epsilon.
Yeah, so Epsilon definitely in the ascendancy now, looking like they want to make it 6-1 and bring us to a slight quicker close of this map than Crackland would have wanted. So Crackland all to play for, really. They need to pull something out of the bag and get some confidence up. Just for the second map, which would be Process, but I would say Process would be favourable for them because it removes that soldier element as much on mid. That's my opinion. Anyway, Gear goes after Retshock. Gear is taken down that though, and Epsilon looking like they're again holding on to this. CC play is so weak. Epsilon causing so much damage. Admirable and smzi so weak again. They've managed to hold on to the point because Epsilon just almost went about full out attack. and Nox has managed to retreat. Go on, Nox.
I absolutely loved that push from Crackland. You're right, all of their players were weak, but they still just thought, hey, look, if we move forward as a team, we'll just intimidate them, and that's what they did. Epsilon don't know how weak they are until they kill them. And so, I mean, there was a few calls early on saying that Red Shock was weak and a soldier jumped trying to commit onto him, but because they weakened the Demo Man right at the start, that meant the medic was focusing on him and the soldier just wasn't going to get him down. And so, yep, Crackland with an excellent push, and they are pushing onto this last now. Uber's been popped on the 2 scouts. Does force the Uber. The rest of their team has come in, and numlocked with some great stickies, blocking Admirable's escape, who's just forced to jump over onto the point. He is still sitting on that point, getting some nice time on it, and to be honest, that's the best he could have hoped for in that situation. Numlocked reading that scout push great and just knew how to counter it immediately.
Red Shock versus Numlocked here in that lobby area. Numlocked dancing around, and finally Red Shock gets him down with that pipe. So Red Shock coming out on top there.
Oh,
Soldier jumped away. I was going to say, Soldier jumped away from Nox there. I'm surprised Red Shock didn't just flick to the medic to see if he could put some pressure. Nevertheless, Crackland still trying to defend on to this train area, and Epsilon have not pushed out either, so Nox will have a substantial advantage on the Uber percentages. smzi's taken down, he's sort of overextended into the lobby area. And a little bit of a stalemate again, Nox. Just under 2 minutes remaining now. The score is 5-1, regardless of 2-0 on your scoreboard. That is because we changed server. But maybe Epsilon just happy for this scoreline, and they're just going to go for it anyway, because they know they can't lose now.
Yeah, but that's it. They've also got the Uber advantage, and they're going to be aware of that. And it looks like they are coming out through the lower entrance, and that does mean the sniper is behind them at the moment. He does manage to get a few hits onto them, and Epsilon's push hasn't worked out for them, losing 2 players, both of their soldiers already. They've got to be a bit careful of the scouts as the beat does go down to one of them. They already have that 4th capture point, so they are just pushing forward onto this last. They have also popped their Uber. ST sitting on last. Does go down from Red Shock, and CC going to probably get another round on the board here. They still have... Oh no, the 2 soldiers have come in, dealing tons of damage, cleaning up loads of players. We still have Red Shock on the point, but he's got nothing reloaded. He gets taken down, and Admirable forced to fall back lower outside of the point.
Yeah, it's last minute of this now. Probably going to finish 5-1 in favour of Epsilon as we go into the second map, which will be CP process. And in fact, the Source TV flicked off before, so this has been VanillaTV with Arx and Beta, Huhy doing the streaming for us as well tonight. 5-1 the score to Epsilon versus Crackland on CP Snakewater. CP process coming up just after a very quick break as we change map.